I'm with the squad. Yeah, 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 I'm with the squad. Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on? You already know it's your boy X the Sage, and I'm back with another one. So, legends. Let's talk about it. So, Legends recently has been it feels like they've been taking a few steps backwards, and I just wanted to talk about it. Now, I'm usually not the one that does the not transversal, the controversial topics and stuff like that. That's usually not my thing. I usually try to keep it positive, stuff like that, but I just gotta talk about this because honestly, more of late, I just kind of just slightly been falling off. Like, I'm never gonna actually drop the game. I love Legends, even if I stop like playing PvP like completely, and stop doing a lot of PvE content. I'll still do like news updates on new characters and stuff like that. So you guys don't have to worry how small my fan base even is. No, you guys don't have to worry. I'll still always put out Legends content and stuff like that. But I just probably won't play PvP as much as other Legends YouTubers and Legends content creators. So let's just get that out the way. So main thing I wanted to talk about is so I already talked about the rates, so I don't even want to really get into that too much. Like I said, for day one free to play players, them putting general pools into all the banners from now on, how it's seeming, how that's gonna be the new trend. That's actually pretty bad for day one free to play players. Probably not as bad for people who just started playing the game and stuff like that. But if you want to talk about, if you want to see about the rates and stuff like that, how that's a change, you guys can check out my other video. I'll probably leave a link in the description. But I wanted to talk about mainly PvP today, because I've been here seeing all these posts and stuff like that, and I gotta say I have experienced some of the stuff that some people are complaining about in PvP, and ever since I found out this one thing in PvP, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really felt like playing the game at all. I just been logging in, and I don't know, I've just been thinking about just taking a break from playing PvP in general and stuff like that. And I'm just gonna break that down and why I think that PvP just feel like it's not worth it, and why it can really end up being a major downfall for Dragon Ball Legends if they don't go about fixing it. So basically, what I found out about a week or two ago, there was a post from a fellow other Legends YouTuber called Nazdarachi. I'm not sure if you guys keep up with his content and stuff like that. He's also a fellow Legends YouTuber and stuff like that. And he posted something where they actually showed where like the files within the game, and it showed like this little like the little I forgot what you call that type of stuff, like how the in-game files look when they're like just raw data and they're not like actually in the game, and it's not you guys know what I'm saying. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I'll just pull it up so you guys could get a better understanding, right? So what I found out is that how hackers are getting away with what they're doing in PvP constantly without getting caught or without getting banned and stuff like that, is that they're actually coming into the game with modded APKs. So this is where stuff like this, having going off a peer connection, and this game not having dedicated servers and stuff like that, where that stuff becomes a problem. Because since modders and stuff like that and cheaters whatever are able to come into the game with modded APKs, they have a way to trick the system into where they don't get like a failing screen when they DC. They actually get a victory screen. So like if you ban them, like if you try to report them, they basically can find a way to get around that to where they don't get banned. I know it seems all confusing. So basically, yeah, and when I found that out, I was really it really left a bad feeling playing the game, knowing that there are really people who are just straight up just hacking the game and playing with modded APKs and are completely just getting away with this, especially when there's actual rewards for this stuff. And some of the top players I've heard are actually are rumored also on modders or / hackers and stuff like that. I'm not sure sure how true that actually is, but just knowing that there's a good, like a very good percentage of players in PvP that are actually just sitting there doing that, actually hacking and modding the game, it left a bad feeling. And honestly, it's I feel like it really needs to be addressed, because for the longevity of the game, look, PvP is always going to be Legends' first priority. So I fail to understand why they don't crack down on this stuff, and the fact that they're trying to crack down in their own little way, but they're just making it worse. Just trying to ban people for an extensive amount of time, but actually they end up banning people where the app crashes. As far as that, if the app crashes, I feel like that's more on the game and the developer's part, but that can come down to a lot of things. That can come down to the specs on your phone and stuff like that, and it could come down to a lot of reasons why the app crashes, but I feel like that still is more of a little bit thing on the developer side, and I feel like players should be punished if the app crashes and stuff like that. And I've also experienced for myself where players have DC'd, and I did get banned for 1 minute, and then it was just what the fuck, why am I getting banned? But I just took it with a grain of salt, and I just kind of just brushed it off. But it also happened to my friend too, where he got banned for I think 6 minutes or however long it was. He got banned for 6 minutes because the player DC'd. I'm not sure. Did the player? I can't remember. I'll have to ask him. But I think the player either DC'd or the app either crashed on him. And I feel like if that ever happens, if those two things ever happens, the player who's in the innocent should be penalized. But there are innocent players that are getting penalized and being banned from PvP for an extensive amount of time. And if it happens a certain amount of time, eventually what happens is that you get banned for the rest of the PvP season. So you won't be able to contend and stuff like that. So the fact that there's there's all this is going on, and PvP is their main game mode. Legends have been trying to do more PvE content, but I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna be into the space time rush and stuff like that, but I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling it like that. And then the story missions, honestly, everybody just really just does that for the extra crystals and the equipment, mostly for the new equipment and stuff like that. So that's the story stuff is really nothing special. It's just there for the for the crystals and for the extra equipment. So that's what I really want to talk about. Like I said, a fellow Legends YouTuber, Nazarachi, already did a video on this stuff, breaking down how PvP can really if it's not fixed, it can really be the downfall of Legends. And I just wanted to give my thoughts on it, because honestly, I haven't really been even playing Legends as much. I just log in and I just I just log in, try and do a few of my daily missions. I probably just hop out. Pretty much that's it. I haven't even been grinding up my Master 2 pack tickets, because honestly, PvP in general, with all this stuff that's going on, with the mixture of Legends constantly just dropping new banners back to back to back, them now putting general pools and banners now, on top of having to deal with lag and hackers and PvP and all that stuff like that, people DCing, modders coming with modded APKs. I feel like the rewards are just completely not worth it, and it's just too much that you have to deal with and all that stuff. It's really feel like it's just taking the fun out of the game. Honestly, the only joy that you get is when you pull a new unit and it's good to test it out. But even after that, for a while, that fun goes away so fast, because it's just a mixture of so much annoying shit that you gotta deal with in the game, that it just dies out quickly from pulling a new unit. That feel you get of pulling a new unit is not as fun anymore when you gotta deal with all this other bullshit. All the mostly just the crazy stuff in PvP, because that's what Legends' main appeal is PvP, player versus player content, right? So I don't know, a lot of people are hoping that this gets fixed by the 1 year anniversary, but I'm not sure how high of a probability that's gonna happen. That all of this is this is a lot to fix in just a matter of a month's time, because the 1 year anniversary is about just a month and a half away, just about a month away. So I don't see any of this really getting fixed that much by that time. Hopefully I'm wrong. I love Legends, and the reason why I'm saying this, I'm doing all this right now, is because I really want this game to succeed. But it just feels like lately, it just feels like they've been just taking so many steps backwards, and PvP just it's getting to a point where it feels like it's just more of PvP feels like more of a job than it is actual you just having fun. You just do it because you want the PvP like crystals and stuff like that, like when the daily resets and get the new PvP missions and stuff. And I gotta say, PvP, honestly, grinding for rank 50, I wouldn't even blame you if you wouldn't even do that anymore, because I honestly feel like it's not worth it. Being split between Master Pack 1 and 2 tickets, which I've been saying is been mad lame. I've been feeling like they need to go about changing that, where you can use those little tokens that from the exchange shop, the original PvP exchange shop that we never got them use, that we barely use. I feel like they should just put the Master Pack 1 tickets in there. So for those like free to play new players who are coming into the game, they could pull some of those older units off the Master Pack 1 ticket, and newer players, or players who've been playing, not newer players, but players who've been playing longer, shouldn't feel forced to keep grinding PvP to get extra Master Pack 2 tickets and stuff like that, because it's split between Master Pack 1 and Master Pack 2. Because I have all the units on the Master Pack 1 already 5 or 6 starred already, and I know that doesn't apply to everybody. So that's why I'm trying to say that I think they should just make it where it's more optional, where you can, if you want to just grind PvP a little bit more as a new player, you could just grind up those tokens, and they could probably just make them cheaper, and you could just get Master Pack 1 tickets from the original exchange shop. So those are just like my basic thoughts, and my thoughts, and just it's just so much that I feel like this game, it really needs to fix, mostly just the PvP stuff. But and with the summonings, honestly, I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. It just feels like them adding a general pool in banners now, it just feel like it's just just taking such a step backwards, especially with the amount of characters they put out at such a rapid pace. We barely get any time to breathe. It's just so much, and it's just like it's really taking away the fun from the game. And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. I don't want to linger on this for too long, because you guys know I don't really like super long videos, right? So it's your boy X said, go ahead and like, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think of all the problems that's going on with Legends, and how you feel about the changes that they're making, and what they need to do as far as making PvP better, and all that stuff. Because honestly, Legends, I'm about to start treating it like how I treat some of these other games, and just probably just log in every once a here and then, and probably only do content on like the super major stuff, and probably gonna stay away from PvP in general, because this shit is just starting to look like a mess, and it's just looking like too much of a grind. It just feel like it's not rewarding enough for the stuff you have to deal with, as far as like hackers and modders and stuff like that, and then you got to deal with the rates. Oh my god, whatever. I'm already I know I'm going on a tangent. So it's your boy X says, go ahead, like, subscribe for more content. Tell me what you guys think about this, and I'm out.